A lot of y'all are just putting out content. I'm gonna do a video, I'm gonna put a video out today. No, my social media platform is to get me leads and sales. It's to get me leads that lead to sales. For you, you wanna think about what reason do people have to act now? And as a sales strategy and a sales tip, I'll tell you guys this, even if you're on a sales call with someone and they're like, oh, I'm thinking about it, I don't know. It's like, look, you join today, this rate. You join tomorrow, new rate.
Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. Energy.
Hey guys, it's Ashley Kirkwood back with another episode of the Speak Your Way to Cash Show. And in this episode, we're gonna be talking about how to sell out your event. And this is gonna be great for anyone who does events, webinars, summits, etc. We're gonna tell you how we sell tickets to our events, whether they're virtual or in person. And these are gonna be some actionable strategies that you can actually use, all right? So we're gonna go all the way from our most elaborate strategies down to some no frills, no cost strategies that absolutely every business owner can use. So rock with me on this, it's going to be good. So first of all, if you are going to host an event or you're thinking about hosting an event, whether it's virtual or in person, one of the things that you need to know is this. You need to know why you're doing the event. And when I say why you're doing the event, you need to have a specific, measurable outcome that your attendees are going to get. And then you want to have goals that you're going to reach for your event. And so when I say goals for you, I like to have three kinds of goals. I need to have my bare minimum goal, like if we don't hit this goal, we ain't did nothing. Then I like to have my actual goal, which is like the reasonable goal. And then I'm gonna have my reach goal, which is like, if we do this, everybody on the team is getting a bonus, a yacht, a car, a plane. No, I'm just kidding. But they're getting something to celebrate because we have done it. We have done that thing. And my bare minimum goal is gonna be two things I'm thinking about: bare minimum revenue goal, bare minimum registration goal. I'm gonna have my actual revenue goal and my actual registration goal, and then I'm gonna have my reach goal. And those three goals are really important because if everyone on your team knows the why, what is the external reason why you're doing it, like what is the reason for the people who are coming? What is your internal reason for doing it? What is the reason why your company is hosting this event? And that could look like, hey, we're hosting this event because at this event, we're going to teach people how to pitch for contracts, and we want all of those people who are a good fit to come to this event, learn that, and then join our whatever. Like maybe there's another program they should join, maybe they're the perfect fit for the mastermind, whatever that looks like. That's your internal goal. Because let me tell you right now, y'all don't watch this YouTube video to buy stuff from me. Shocking, I know, right? Like you all watch this video because I'm gonna give you value, I'm gonna give you what you need. So I'm gonna have my internal goal. Now internally, we have a YouTube channel, of course, to help, but we're a for-profit company, so it's also a part of our funnel. Oh my God, did I just let out the secret that I'm not just doing this all gratuitously? Like, of course I wanna help people, but I also know that a percentage of the people that I help, they're gonna reciprocate by buying something that's gonna help them get to the next level. But every transaction that's made in our company is not because people want Ashley to be rich. It's because they want to get a result. And so you need to be very clear on what is the result you're selling, what is the result they're going to get, and then what is your internal goal? Your internal goals are gonna be revenue. They are gonna be a little bit more company-centered or self-centered. Your external goal needs to be very customer-centric. It has to be customer-centric or they're not gonna buy, right? But nobody is, I'm not disillusioned, and y'all should not be disillusioned if you watch this channel. All of us wanna make more money in our business, okay? This is a sales channel. I run a sales coaching company. That means I'm trying to make more money in my business. I want y'all to make a whole lot of money in your business, which is why we give so much value. And another goal of this YouTube channel is when people come to me and they're like, Ashley, I can't afford this, I can't afford that, I can't afford this. I don't have to feel bad. I will send them a free YouTube video on that topic, be like, baby, go out there, make money and be blessed. And then you come on back when you want some additional support and you can invest in that level of support. But we're gonna give you some real good, tangible information on this channel. And if we do a good job with that, leave us a testimonial in the comments and make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe. So recently, you guys, I launched the Your First $25,000 Corporate Offer Tour, and within 24 hours, 2 of the cities sold out. Now, when you're launching a tour, When you're launching a tour, you are essentially launching 6 different events with 6 different venues, with 6 different funnels, with 6 different audiences at one time. And our goal was to sell out our tour. And I'm gonna use my tour as a case study for how you can sell out your event by telling y'all behind the scenes of some of the sales strategies that we use to sell out our tour. So if that's okay with you, just comment tour in the comments. We're gonna act like we're live. We're gonna talk back and forth. And you let me know what events you're planning in the comments. We're a community here on YouTube. So you share what you got going on. We gonna share what we got going on, and we gonna talk event strategy. So the first strategy that we utilize, and the number one strategy that absolutely anyone can utilize, and this what I would say that any business owner can do this without a whole lot of money, is a waitlist strategy. Now, our waitlist strategy is one that you all have seen us deploy several times over. It's something that we will always do because it allows us to gauge interest, it allows us to get intrigue, it allows us to get people excited. And so the waitlist strategy is simply this: getting people to give you their name, their email, and their phone number, and to raise their hand and say, I am interested in what you are planning. And you all, one of the things that I'll say to you is that when people are getting on this wait list, okay, I have a wait list funnel that is built out. But you may decide, and a funnel is just a series of landing pages. So you get on the wait list, then you get another page, then you get another page. Like, there's a wait list funnel. I think in this wait list funnel, we actually even gave them an option to buy our book as a part of the wait list, right? So we made a little bit of money on the front end just from people getting on the wait list. But you could do this with a Google form. Like, don't make this complicated. You could have a Google form. Hey, I'm doing a webinar in a couple months. We're gonna release tickets on this date. Get on the wait list if you're interested. And that'll help you to gauge interest, because I think what happens is, at least I know some business owners used to do this. I don't know if you all have ever done this, but I used to think, before I really got into the online business world, I thought like, okay, well, when I when I launch the website, something's gonna happen. Like, I press publish, baby, and something's gonna shake. And that is not the way this works. That is just not the way this works. So I would literally be thinking, okay, all I need to do is launch this website, and then all these things are gonna happen, and then people are gonna rush to the website, they're gonna give me all their information. No, you need to gauge interest. You need to have a community beforehand of buyers who are interested in working with you. So you launch the wait list before you launch the actual tickets. And we like to give ourselves 2 to 4 weeks to promote and launch a wait list. So for 2 to 4 weeks, we don't just release a link out into the internet. No. We launch the wait list, meaning the link goes live, and then we promote getting on the wait list. Hey guys, get on the wait list because we're gonna launch tickets to the wait list first. And all these things are true and factual. And we have some back-end funnels going on. If you know, you know. If you're on the wait list, you know that some people can apply to get special benefits on the wait list. It's a whole thing. So we have a whole wait list strategy, and then we run ads to our wait list. And we're gonna run ads to our warm audience and sometimes even to our cold audience, but we're gonna run ads so that people know to get on the wait list. So I'm going to pay to get people on a free wait list. If you're coming to an event, like, you like that person, okay? You're getting in your car, you driving, you getting on a plane, you're flying, you're in. So because I know that, I wanna run ads to a warm audience to get them on my wait list, because they are more likely to make the investment that's required to come to an in-person event like our tour. And to give you all some info about this, our tour sold out in New York and Atlanta in less than 24 hours. New York was sold out in a matter of hours. And that was our plan. So how do we figure that out? And this is where marketing comes into play, so you wanna take your notes here. We knew, because we had done this before, and you're gonna have your own numbers, but we knew if I got 3 times as many people, well, not even 3, what I really wanted, and I didn't get it, but what I really wanted was 500 people on the wait list for each and every city for 50 seats. Because I knew for a fact that when that wait list dropped, had we done that, every city would have sold out within an hour. How do I know that? I know that because we did a wait list last year, and we had a little under, I think 100, maybe 100 people was at max on the wait list for each city, and 50% of all tickets sold out within that first couple of days. And so I knew if I want to condense the amount of time to our sellout, I need infinitely more people on the wait list, because those people are going to buy the tickets first. And sure enough, New York had the most people on the wait list, they sold out first. Atlanta had the second most amount, they sold out second. They sold out within hours on that first day because they had a lot of people on the wait list. The other cities, we didn't get as many people on the wait list, so they sold out, but they sold out within a couple of days. And Houston is the only city, as of the time I'm recording this, that we still have a couple of seats left. So if you are in Houston, I don't know what's going on, but Every other city has figured out that this is the event to be at. So make sure you get your ticket to the tour. We're going to post the URL, www.speakyourwaytocash.com/tour. And we're going to New York, DMV, Atlanta, Dallas, Houston, and what am I forgetting? Chicago, my hometown. So we're going to 6 cities. And if your city is sold out, get on the wait list, because every year we have people who say, oh, I bought a ticket, but I can't come. Can I transfer it? And we'll give it to someone who's on that wait list. So still you can get on the wait list, which is a strategy within itself. Don't just sell them all out. Still get people on the wait list, because sometimes people can't come. You want to make sure that your event is filled and packed all the way through the event date, okay? And so we're doing that. But every other city is legitimately sold out. And we have 50 seats per city. We book small venues all across the country. The budget for this tour is about $47,000. The ticket sales have already surpassed that in revenue, so the prices it was priced right to at least break even on the front end. But the tour, unlike our live event, Speak Your Way to Cash Live, is not a high ticket. It's less than $300 for every city. If you bought your ticket right away, you got it for just $99 per city, and VIP is $347. So those are the price points that we're working with. And I tell you that because that's important, because when you're thinking about doing an event, pricing does matter, and you can overprice. So you want to have a brand. You can price more the better your brand is. And then also each event type has a different pricing structure for our company. So our 3-day live event, where we're spending $250,000 on the event, and everything is like lights, camera, action, and we got a whole big AV team, the same AV team that does like all the Delta Airlines events and Kim and all that. Like, they cost a lot. It costs a lot to do that, right? That event is going to cost us so much money. We're flying people in from all over the country. It is a huge undertaking. We're going to 6 cities for $46,000. Our event is all in Atlanta, and it's $250,000. Not the same event, not the same ticket price, not the same content, not the same experience. A tour is scrappy. We coming in a conference room. My husband is the AV tech, okay? He's putting up stuff. Our full-time videographer, Sean, he'll be there. But like, it's scrappy, so we can give you guys a different rate. And I'm only with you for a few hours. I'm with you for 4 hours. Now it's gonna be an incredible 4 hours, but it's not the same as me coaching you for 3 days, intimately going over your business. Now that event is called Speak Your Way to Cash Live. You should 100% get a ticket to that event. This year will be our 9th Speak Your Way to Cash Live. It's our flagship event. It's going to be incredible. And the theme this year is Olympic level cash leads. It literally is like, how do you treat your business as if you are an Olympic level entrepreneur? Like, it's as if you are one of the best entrepreneurs in the world. How does your sales need to look? How does your marketing need to look? How do your operations need to look? And we go through all of that at Speak Your Way to Cash Live. That event it's just the best thing ever. So you should come to that too. And I think there's like links on our in our YouTube shop for you to get a ticket for that event as well. But back to the tour and back to the selling it out. You do the wait list. You promote the wait list. You have to do social media to get people on the wait list. We ran ads to get people on the wait list. We didn't do a high ad spend, but we did about $3,000 in ads. So not crazy. Think about it, $3,000 in ads. The ticket sales have already crossed over $50,000 in ticket sales. Why wouldn't you do that, right? Even with the budget for the different rooms of the event, it's still underpriced. And last year, our tour budget was only $5,000 per city. So this year, we increased our tour budget because I'm flying with my team. I just had a bad experience not taking my makeup artist and an assistant with me and all that stuff. So I'm bringing my team with me this time, which is way more expensive. And then, of course, my daughter. She gotta come. So it's like flights and hotels for the team and food for the team. All that comes up to a lot of money. But this year, we raised the price of tickets. We made sure that we had the right people in the room, all of that. We are gonna get back to this good episode in just a second, but I have a question for you. Can I help you build a $25,000 offer, like one that you could sell to small businesses or large businesses alike? And can I do it for free? Because that's exactly what I'm doing at the end of this month at the Your First Corporate Offer Summit. For 2 days, I'm gonna show you on day 1 how to build your corporate offer, and on day 2 how to sell your corporate offer, and it's going to blow your mind. We have had thousands of students sign up for this summit, and they have always gotten value, but I feel like you're VIP if you're watching this episode. So if you get a VIP ticket, I'm gonna hand deliver to you 50 corporate offers and the prices that you can charge for them, so you don't even have to think about whether or not this offer is quote unquote good. Now, we're also gonna give you an opportunity to upgrade to a platinum ticket, which would allow you to get one-on-one coaching from me during the summit. Everyone with a platinum ticket gets at least one-on-one question time with me during the summit. So you get to ask your question, come on Zoom, and I'll coach you live right there. Look, Whether you get a free ticket, a VIP ticket with the workbook, or you upgrade from VIP to platinum, you are going to have a great time. And if you want to sell higher tiered offers, this is the summit that you have to attend to. So go to speakyourwaytocashsummit.com and get a ticket to the Your First $25,000 Offer Summit. And I'll see you there. So one, you have a wait list. You have a wait list. The wait list, you're gonna promote it. You're gonna get people on that wait list early. And you need to, this is the key. You need to promote your waitlist. What does promoting your waitlist look like? I'm gonna tell you what ours is, because this goes into the second thing that we did. A pre-launch content strategy. A lot of y'all are just putting out content. I'm gonna do a video, I'm gonna put a video out today. No. A pre-launch content strategy is where you write out, what is my content workflow? I recorded 60 reels specifically for the tour. I worked with Manga Media and we did 60 reels, and all those reels were batched. I did them on one day, and I came up with my content. They recorded all the reels, edited all the reels. We put all those reels out. We put 3 reels out per day during the waitlist period to get people on the waitlist for the tour. So that content led to the waitlist. We put all that content out, and we had graphics made. And the graphics were everything from carousels about what they're gonna learn at the tour, like those little slide graphics on Instagram. You can go back on my Instagram page. It's all on there. Follow me on Instagram too, guys, at The Ashley Nicole Show. Our Instagram has been growing. I don't know what's going on over there, but it looks like people are liking the Instagram content. The Instagram content is, we're at 126,000 followers on Instagram as the date of this video. So follow us on Instagram, The Ashley Nicole Show. Carousels, countdown, waitlist opens in 5 days. Waitlist opens in 4 days. Waitlist opens in 3 days. And let me warn y'all about this number 2 pre-launch content strategy. We did reels, we did carousels, and we did just straight up tour graphics. Why are those 3 things important? Everyone's gonna respond differently to different things. Now, the reels get the best response, the carousels get the second best response. The absolute worst performing content in terms of engagement are the countdown graphics. It is the New York has 500 people on the wait list. New York has 20 people on the wait list. New York has 100 people. Like those types of just straight up graphics do the worst. But why do I still put them out? Because I know from last year where all we did was those types of graphics, we didn't even do reels, those graphics sold out the tour last year. So they may not get engagement, but they do get sales, they do get leads. And let me tell you something. Ooh, y'all, do not get caught up out here thinking, oh, the content's not getting a lot of engagement. You need more engagement on your Instagram. Look, that's fine. I'd love more engagement if that happens, that's great. I track sales, not just engagement. Now, here's where I track engagement. This is a masterclass. If y'all are enjoying this, just drop masterclass in the comments. Where I do track engagement is when I'm running ads, I wanna run ads to my highest performing reels, because that's gonna give me a lower cost per lead. So now that I've put out, man, I don't even, probably this year we put out hundreds of reels. If I look on my Instagram, I've made over 4,900 posts on Instagram. This year though, I've put out so many reels. And on YouTube, my YouTube shorts, we put out 10 YouTube shorts a day. So I could go to those YouTube shorts, I could sort by views, and I could say, this one has the most views. I'm gonna run an ad to that one, because if it performed well organically, it's definitely gonna perform well when I drive money behind it. And sure enough, the same reels that went viral organically are getting us the lowest cost per lead when we ran ad spend behind it. So our organic content strategy is not just, oh, I'm just putting stuff out, I'm just having fun or whatever. I'm an influencer or whatever, which people say. They're like, you're an influencer. I'm like, I do not get brand deals. I'm open to them if they got the check, but that's not why I have a social media platform. My social media platform is to get me leads and sales. It's to get me leads that lead to sales. Like, that's how it's set up. So I don't even care if the engagement on a post is 0, but in my DMs, people are in my DMs getting on the wait list, asking about VIP tickets, doing what they can do. I just got a comment literally while we were on here, and there's a young lady in my DMs right now. How do I get a VIP ticket? It only showed the regular ticket. When you get your regular ticket, it will let you get the VIP ticket. And Dallas has 1 VIP ticket left and 1 seat left. Boom, that's gonna be sold out. So we'll see. If you go to the page and it's no longer there, that's because it is now sold out to this young lady who just messaged me. So that's how we do that, right? Your pre-launch content is set for that. Now, I know some of you are like, how do you make your content? Oh my God, I get overwhelmed by content. Here's what you're gonna do. I'm gonna tell you the exact prompt. You're gonna open ChatGPT on your phone, and this is exactly what you're gonna do. Hey, so I am planning Speak Your Way to Cash Live, which is an event that teaches experts the sales, marketing, and operations behind a seven-figure expert brand and or scaling their seven-figure expert brand to multiple millions of dollars. I want you to give me content that deals with questions that an expert may have who's a service-based business owner on mindset, sales, marketing, and operations. And I want you to phrase and give me like 60 questions and phrase them in the sense of, tell me a story about a time when, and then insert your question like that. That way it prompts me to answer a question with a story so that it has a higher probability of going viral. I really like the content of Justin Welsh and Frank Kern and Russell Brunson. And so I want you to kind of look at their style, but tailor all of the questions and the storytelling prompts to my question and use everything that you know about me and my story to ask really specific, detailed questions. And also don't ask me any questions that you've asked me before because I know we've worked on this content plan before. So give me those 60 questions now. Now, some of y'all are going to be like, oh my God, that prompt is so long. I have to go back and write it down. No, you don't. What you need to see is, y'all, I basically just talk to chat like a person. Like if chat were my content writer, that's exactly what I would say. I wouldn't worry about, oh my God, but you gave it multiple prompts in one thing. You did multiple things. You did da-da-da-da-da-da, like all of that. Now listen to the mindset questions it gave me. It gave me 15 mindset questions. Tell me a story about a time when you almost quit your business but didn't, and what happened next. Tell me a story about a time when you had to rewire your identity to match the next level of your brand. Aren't these good? And what did I do? I just talked to it. And look, I got 60 prompts. Now it's giving me sales questions, 16 to 30. Think about that. Think about that, okay? Like, these are so good. Terrence, we're going to do these next, okay? I'm going to save this. But think about that. Like, I just talked to it. And I think that some of you guys now in the world of AI, I think that AI is garbage in, garbage out. So if you put garbage into chat, you're going to get garbage out. People be like, oh, mine don't sound like that because you didn't give it what it needed. You didn't give it the inputs that it needed to give you really high quality data back. But garbage in, garbage out is something we used to say in law when a partner would give an associate an assignment and they would give really poor directions. So of course they would get a really poor output. Garbage in, garbage out. So it's the same thing with AI. AI is not the great equalizer. It's almost the great separator because those who are really good at giving directions, who know how to critically think, who test out their ability to think for themselves, who know what they want, who have clear vision, you can give clarity to this tool and it'll multiply your output by 1,000,000%. Our input is like quadrupled with AI. But if you're someone who's like not clear, overthinking, always like, it's harder for you to use it. So what I want you to do with chat is really test out clarity and direction and kind of know where you're going. And if you don't have that, then that's where coaching comes in. A lot of people are like, oh, AI is going to replace coaching. I mean, in some regards, if your coach is literally just regurgitating information they learned from the robot, then yeah. Because why would you hire a coach who only can do that, right? But if your coach knows how to merge their incredible brain power with AI, then they're going to be able to give you even hyper targeted coaching so that it's even better. I don't think that the best coaches are running from AI. Like, I'm smarter than a robot. Well, duh. Like, I mean, I would hope you are, right? Like, but you should be able to mesh your incredible brain power with the fast execution and organization of this technology to skyrocket your productivity and even the advice that you're able to give your clients. So that's how you're going to get your content plan. You should be able to do that right after you watching this. Boom, done and done. Okay, so you're going to tell it what you're selling, tell it the topics you're covering, and go from there. Now, what does that require? You know what you're selling and the topics that you're covering. So that's that. Now, and I already talked about this before, but most of our events are very specific outcomes, like your first 25K offer tour, what they coming to learn, how to build their first 25K offer on the tour. Okay, so it's clear. You want to have events that are clear. An event like, oh, women, how to find your purpose. That's great if you're already an influential leader amongst women and they're like, we don't really care what the topic is, we're just going to come and find you. But if you're brand new to business, absolutely not. Why? Find my purpose, who are you? I don't know you, right? Make it specific. You're going to make your 5-year action plan to grow your career. Okay, now we have a career planning boot camp. That specific, leave with a 30-day map of what you're going to do over the next 30 days to get a promotion. Like make it actionable, make it clear, make it direct, make it specific, because that's what people are buying right now, because people ain't got time to waste and they ain't got money to give. if you aren't showing them exactly where the ROI is, and that's people who have resources and people who don't. It's the same across the board in that regard. Like, everyone's looking for actionable deliverables. So we talked about the waitlist. We talked about the pre-launch content strategy, because content is a really big piece of this. So now we're going to talk about launch day. So we talked about the waitlist and the content to promote the waitlist. On launch day, your content does not stop. On launch day, now you're promoting, okay, 50% of tickets are sold out. You're going to have a launch content strategy, because the way that we've sold out our tour is by primarily using content. We didn't run ads to sell the tour per se. I think we may have done like $100 one day on that, but that didn't sell. I think we may have sold like 1 or 2 tickets from ads out of the 320 tickets that we've already sold. So that's that, right? So what you want to really do is you want to keep the internet informed about where you're at. And at the same time as you're posting graphics like 50% of tickets sold out in Chicago, 5 VIP seats left in Dallas, 1 VIP seat left in Houston. In real time, I had graphics made so that in real time, I'm tracking sales every hour and I'm updating the internet every hour. I was literally posting maybe 5 to 7 times per day about where we were at with each city. Because remind you, you're selling 6 cities out at one time. You may be doing an event where you're only selling one thing. That's fine. It's a little bit easier. Then you're just giving them the status on that one event. But what a waitlist also does, you guys, is it condenses, it gives a pressurized time period where everyone's going to buy on this particular day. So that's one. On launch day, that's happening. The other thing that's happening on launch day, what we did for our tour, on midnight on that launch day, ticket prices went up. Midnight on that launch day. So what does that give you? It gives you a conversation piece. A lot of times your launches don't have enough pressure in them. And I'm not saying like fake pressure. The price really did go up. Like, it went up to it doubled actually. The price doubled on day one. So if you buy it now, you're not going to get the same price that they got on launch day. But that was planned. That was a part of our launch strategy, is that we wanted to reward people who knew that this was what they wanted to do. And I always try to do that for tours. Like, every year we do a tour and I try to make it, I always try to start off with an accessible ticket, because there are people who are in our community who are like, look, I know you the truth. I got the money, but I want to make sure that, I just want to try it. Like, I give them a try it rate. You know what I mean? The tour is like, try it, come and see. I'm coming to your city. You ain't got to fly all the way to my city yet. You will in October. If you know what's good for your business, you will in October. But originally you're like, okay, I'm gonna just try it. We're gonna see what happens. And that's fine. But then the price doubles as time goes on and as people wait. And it also tells your audience like, man, I better get moving. I better take action. That's a good thing. So that's another strategy. The third strategy is, what's your price increase strategy? Because if it's the same price today as it'll be in 20 years, why would I buy now? I could just wait. There's no reason for me to take action. And the way the human brain works, we're all so overloaded right now. If I don't have a reason to move fast, then why would I? Even me. I'm the same way. Like, I was in a program and it was a $50,000 program, and they were like, well, the price is going up to $75,000. And if you leave the program, you have to come back at the new rate. And I was like, well, I'm gonna just stay for another year. I'll just stay. Cause I think I want to do it. I don't know. Oh, I don't want to pay 75 grand. I'm just going to stay. So like, there's that, right? It gave me a reason to stay. And so for you, you want to think about, what reason do people have to act now? And as a sales strategy and a sales tip, I'll tell you guys this: even if you're on a sales call with someone and they're like, oh, I'm thinking about it, I don't know. It's like, look, you join today, this rate. You join tomorrow, new rate. Can I get you to commit right now if I give it to you for this rate right now? Like, that price can always be something that can just inch them over the edge. Don't negate the fact that you have the power to do special pricing, early bird pricing, that type of stuff, right? So there should be price increases along the way. The fourth thing that we did is we made calls. Now, if you're a part of Team Speak Your Way to Cash, thank you so much, because you do so well with keeping our audience informed. If you are on our list, if you are a community member in the membership, in the mastermind, we will call you. So we call people. Hey, you're on the wait list, but you didn't buy. How many times have you had people join something and then they just never show up for it? Do you call them? Call them. See if they're okay. Make sure it's good. My husband was calling people who were there's 2 groups of people that we called. People who were on the wait list and people who had lost carts. So the way our checkout system is set up, and I'm not gonna go into all the nitty gritty tech, we're not doing that, but look it up, Google it, you can figure it out. We have a 2-part checkout system. That's probably what you would Google. Part 1, you put in your name and your information. Part 2, you put in your credit card number. If you put in part 1, your name and information, but you don't give us your credit card information, that is considered a lost cart. Someone started the checkout process, but they didn't finish it. And we can call those people, because we set up with automation to have a tag where that person is now delineated to our team. And it's like, oh, I should call that person because they started checkout. When my husband was calling people, he realized people were like, oh, thank you so much for calling. I couldn't check out. I didn't know what to do, and they just forgot to check terms and service, and they just needed some extra help. So there may be, how many people do you think over the last 5 years of your business you've had that started buying something and didn't finish it, and you never called them to find out why? What happened, sis? What's going on, bro? And you could answer their question right then and there. And people were checking out on the spot. My husband made like 3 sales in 30 minutes because he just called people. I was like, what's going on? Oh, she just needed help with this. Okay, she bought. And I was like, oh, okay, great. I love that for us. And so like, that's good. Like you want to make sure that you are actually making calls. So we talked about number 1, the waitlist strategy. Number 2, your pre-launch content. Number 3, your launch day content. Number 4, price increases. Number 5, calls. I hope I said those numbers right, but we'll put up numbers and stuff on here. So that's 5 strategies that we've already talked about for that. And then number 6, I'm gonna give y'all a bonus one that I did personally. I sent over 80 voice note DMs. Y'all, it was really me. Like some people be like, I can't, is this you? Is it you, Ashley? Are you doing work behind the scenes? We thought you were an influencer. Like I work every day, okay? Not on sabbatical, but for the most part, I'm working every day. So if I call you, it's really me. And I was doing voice notes on DM. We were voice noting back and forth. Like, okay, sis, what's up? Is you coming or not? You know? Now, my team sometimes does help with my DMs, but what my team won't do is they won't be like, this is Ashley and it's not Ashley, right? We wouldn't do that. So if I say like, it's me, like, it is really me. It's me. So I did that and that helped. We closed deals back to back to back. I saw people coming in and buying, which was incredible. That was great. So I believe in a multi-pronged approach. I'm going to run ads because you're going to see that passively and you're going to make sales. We're going to call, we're going to text, we're going to send voice notes. We're going to do content because you may see that and engage and interact with that. You're going to remind people. I think the big thing about event sales is it takes a lot. Oh, on top of that, I didn't even say this. Our content strategy wasn't just Instagram and Facebook and all that. We posted on Instagram and TikTok and LinkedIn and Threads and all of that. But we also had YouTube content going out where we played the tour commercial. And the tour commercial really helped. And on top of that, the month of March, right before tickets launched on April 1st, I was going live. I went live 17 times across platforms, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. I was going live, like live videos. And at every live video, I promoted the tour and the wait list and getting on there. And after tickets launched, I went live again and told them, hey, we have this many tickets left. This is what's going on. I'm still going live. I told y'all in this video about Houston, who as of the date of this recording still had tickets left. They were the only city that did. I think Dallas had 1 seat left, if it's not already sold out. And so I do recommend that you think about that when you are trying to, and yes, Dallas just sold out. When you are selling events, like you need to have multiple approaches. And here's how you're not gonna get overwhelmed by this, because I feel your heart being like, boom, 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 boom. Like, oh my God, Ashley's stressing me out, all this stuff I have to do. You have a team and that's why you're able to da 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 da. Let me tell you something about a team, baby. If you don't have clear directions, your team ain't doing nothing. So we have a meeting, we have a kickoff meeting, and I write out all the things that we're gonna do. I batch my content, and then we have it scheduled using a tool called Metricool. I'll give you guys my referral link for Metricool. If you don't have a team that can make all these graphics and edit them out, you can use a tool called Opus Clips. I will put the link to our affiliate link for Opus Clips and Metricool. Metricool, you upload all your content and you schedule it all to go out, so you don't have to worry about live posting as much. And then for Opus Clips, you can put in a YouTube video and it'll cut it up and give you clips. And it'll even do, like if you look at my YouTube shorts, a lot of them are made with Opus Clips. It'll even have like that little thing on the background, which will be like Comment Summit. You can add that in Opus Clips, so you can literally tailor it to cut content in the way that you want it to cut it, okay? That's basically what I'm saying. So that's a good option too if you have a low tech lift. But you can make voice notes, you can send voice notes, you can send LinkedIn messages. These are just some strategies that you can use. But here's something I wanna say. You all need to believe in yourselves. All of us, myself included. Like, I'm always looking at what is my level of belief as it relates to selling out this event. Because if I believe I could sell 800 tickets to an event, that's what I'm gonna sell. If I believe I could sell 200 tickets to an event, that's what I'm gonna sell. But belief isn't just like a mantra, like I look in the mirror and I'm like, I believe it, I believe it, I believe it, I believe it. No. it's like I have to believe so strongly in the purpose and the mission of this company, the purpose and the mission of this event, that I will go to great lengths to get it out there. I will DM people to tell them about it. I will ask people to share it with their friends. I will assemble an army of affiliates. We didn't do affiliates this time, but we could have. And next year we may have ambassadors in all the different cities around the world that we're going to go to. Next year, I want to do Speak Get Ready Cash London. So I want to do an entire event in London. And, we're going to need some of y'all to support, because I know about 6% of our YouTube viewers are in the UK. So if I come all the way over there, y'all gonna have to help me sell that thing out, okay? And if you're willing to be an ambassador, drop UK ambassador in the comments and I will reach out to you. So we want to, we want to go even further with affiliates and direct mail. We didn't do a direct mail campaign for this. We could have sent mailers to every single person in every single city. So as much as I'm telling you guys to do, we didn't even do everything that we could have done. We did as much as we could do within our capacity, and that's how we got this tour sold out. So I would say, minus Houston as of the date of this recording, but I would say to not get overwhelmed, I would write it all out. So I'd write out, hey, I'm a pre-launch content plan. This is what that looks like. I'm gonna do 3 reels a day, and I'm gonna do 5 graphics a day, and I'm gonna schedule all these graphics out. I'm going to live post at least 3 times a day and have stories that I post about for the tour so I could get this thing sold out. I'm gonna go live 5 days a week, and these are the live video topics and the outline of each live video that I'm gonna do. That way, when it comes to executing, you're just executing the plan. So you may use a ton of mental energy up front to write the plan, but then when it comes to executing, you're just executing the plan. And then, I didn't even talk about this, y'all. This is a whole nother thing. This is number 7 strategy. Email marketing. We were sending daily emails to our list. And then we were sending segmented emails to everyone on our list who was within the Illinois region, everyone in our list who was within the Texas region. We were sending out text messages. So email and text marketing would be 7 would be email marketing, 8 would be text message marketing, 2 other strategies that you can utilize as well. We did a lot to get this going. I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot, but it worked out because even though it was a lot, we were able to get it sold out, 95% of the way sold out in a couple of weeks without waiting a month. And now we can go back to launching our other endeavors because we're still doing the Your First Corporate Offer Summit virtual. So we have a 2-day summit each month that we're doing. And the content for that is different than the content that we're taking on tour. Live event energy, live event content, if you bought a ticket to every city of the Your First 25K Offer Tour, every city would get different content. And I know y'all know that because I've released on my YouTube channel recordings from Atlanta, last year's tour, which is the Resurgence Tour, which was a totally different tour. And then last year's tour, Resurgence Tour Houston, was a different content. And people are like, dang, it's different in every city. I'm like, yeah, because I pray before I go to every city. I'm like, Lord, give me the content for this city. What do the people who are coming need? And I wasn't even thinking about people seeing it on YouTube because we just recently decided to release some of that content on YouTube. We weren't even going to do that. We normally keep we don't release any of the content of our events. So don't think, oh, well, she released that, maybe she gonna release this. We may not. And we released that content almost a year and a half later. So if you're waiting on that, who knows when you'll see it, if you ever see it. So you need to get a seat and be in the room for our events. So I would say you can definitely, there's a lot of different strategies you can use to promote your event. You need to write it out. That way you know exactly what you should be doing to promote your event. And of course, there's nuances in how do you create your content, the psychology behind it, the psychology behind what times you put it out and what you need to do. But I can't give y'all everything. But this should get you started, okay? This channel is to get you going, get you actionable, get you in the zone, give you some motivation, let you know what's going on. You guys, I used to do events and 10 people would show up. I had no thoughts of ever doing a tour. My first event, 10 people showed up. I had to give away half the tickets because nobody would buy them. I don't care where you're starting at. If you want to host events, do it. Tony Robbins did an event. He showed us his ticket he showed us a picture of his first event. It looked very similar to our first event. So do not despise humble beginnings. You can do this. You could host an event, and at the end of that event, you can make everybody in that room an offer to work with you further, and a good percentage of them will actually take it. And then you get clients from the event, and now you're growing a business because now you have sales, now you have an offer, now you have marketing. I told you about how all the ways we market it. This is a marketing video, all the ways we market the event. When it comes to the transaction, that's sales, how they actually bought it. We have to make them an offer. And then when they didn't buy right away, what did we do? We did sales calls to actually sell them tickets. That's sales. Then when they buy it, now they get show-up emails. That's operations, how we actually get them to come to the event, how we deliver upon what we sold them. When I show up and deliver the content, that's operations. I'm actually giving them, I'm delivering what they bought. And then the fact that there's customer service issues that come in and people are like, oh, I didn't get this, I didn't get that. Okay, that's operations. That's the back end of all of this. There's a back end that happens to all of this. You don't just buy a ticket, then it's like, I don't know where it's at. No, we call you beforehand. Hey, we saw you haven't done your onboarding form. We want you to do that before you come so that we can plan and prepare for you. My team makes me a booklet for every person that's coming to the tour with all their answers so I can study your business and I can know who you are. And then when I show up, I'm not just speaking at the side of my neck. I know what businesses are in the room. I know that we have people who make millions and people who haven't made their first $50,000 yet. And so I'm going to make sure the content scales, that it goes all the way from the person who hasn't made their first 50 all the way to the person who's made their first 5 million. And everyone's going to get value and everyone's going to have a good time. So I intricately prepare for my events, back end and front end, and that takes planning. And then the logistics of booking all the hotels, that's operations. We didn't even cover all that in this video. What had to happen for that? We started planning this particular tour in November of last year. Every venue was booked by December. So I had money on the line before I even sold it. And I'll tell you this, I think I went harder at selling these tickets and my team went harder at selling these tickets because we were committed. Some people do stuff and they're like, oh, I'm gonna try it. No. Once you sign a contract with a venue, oh, you gotta sell it. It ain't if, it's how much you're going to sell it. Because you've already spent money on this. You already spent resources on this. And so I want to say, you guys, you can do this. You can host events. You can sell out events. You can do tours all around the country. We want to do a world tour next year, either 2026 or 2027. We want to do a world tour where we're not just doing the tour in the US, but we're doing the tour across Canada and Europe and some parts of Africa. And we're looking at who watches our YouTube channel. What country should we go to based on where we have people at? Because a lot of what helped the tour sell out was you guys. So thank you. Thank you for being so committed to this channel and then being like, I don't want her to be my best friend in my head. I want to come and meet her in person. Like, that's dope. I love that. I love that for us, our YouTube community. So I really appreciate you guys. So if you got to the end of this video, I want you to write the keyword Africa in the comments. Write the keyword Africa in the comments. That'll let me know you watched it all the way until the end. And if you do not already have your ticket to the Your First Corporate Offer Tour, go get your ticket now. Or if your city is sold out, get on the wait list in your city to see if we reopen tickets towards the end, because people always have to cancel and transfer and things like that. And if you are in Houston, Texas, please go get your ticket so we can be fully sold out already. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you like this video, you got value from it, and you're going to share it with 3 people, just comment the number 3 so I know that you're sharing it. And please do subscribe. Don't just watch and watch and watch and never subscribe. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you are notified when these videos go live. It means a lot for us. We put a lot into our YouTube, and we put a lot into making sure we're giving you guys the content that you want. I know a lot of you guys are doing events in person and virtual, and these strategies can be applied also to your in-person events, okay? So I don't want you to think it's only virtual, blah, blah, blah. No, we do virtual events that sell thousands of tickets every single month. So there's that. And then we do our virtual event has a free ticket and a paid ticket. So we sell hundreds of paid tickets every month to our virtual events, and we have thousands of people register for our free tickets for our virtual events every single month. And eventually we're gonna have thousands of paid tickets to our virtual event every single month. So I'm excited about that time coming as well. But as of the date of this video, that's where we're at. And I try to be very transparent with you guys about where we're at and what it takes and what we're doing, because I don't want you all to think, I think that a lot of people are selling you guys, like, I always see these ads that are like, become an energetic $20 million business. And I'm just like, they're like, it's not about this, it's just about vibes and energy. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. I'm gonna tell people that it takes actual effort and work, strategy and planning, and high-level execution to have a multi-million-dollar company that is sustainable. And I don't want you all to be disillusioned by what you see on the internet. I had someone come to us who's coming to the tour. We did a bonus call with them, and she was like, I just done all these coaching programs and none of them taught sales. And I'm like, our coaching programs teach sales. Yeah. So if you want to get with a coach that teaches you how to sell stuff, you should hire me. Thank God you're coming to this tour. We will teach you sales. Do not worry. And I think it's fine because you need coaches in different spaces, and there's a time for just only teaching the marketing or only teaching the branding or only teaching this, but like Sales moves everything around me. What I first did in my business was sell stuff. When my branding was ugly, I sold stuff. If you can figure out how to sell stuff when your branding is ugly, oh, you really gonna know how to sell stuff when your stuff gets together. But I took a portion of the money that we made in sales and I invested it back into the marketing and back into the branding and back into the messaging and all that other stuff. But your messaging even gets better through sales because you realize what people respond to and what they don't. So you don't wanna be out here just winging it. You want a sales strategy if you want to grow your business and make more money. So people be telling y'all that it don't take all that. And I guess maybe it doesn't. Maybe there is an easier way to do it. But I think if you're chasing the easiest way to do something, I think in the beginning that's a problem. One of the reasons why we know what works and how to be more strategic and work less while still getting a higher output is because we didn't have an easy way in the beginning. I didn't have a coach that gave me this amazing plan and that's all I did and that's how I made millions of dollars. It's like, no, it was a combination of things. It was a combination of learning from a variety of different great coaches. And then also being like, that isn't aligned with who I am as a person. I'm not gonna do that. I am gonna do this. I am gonna multiply my efforts. I am gonna put out the effort. I don't want us to be afraid of work. I feel like right now, so many people are so afraid of work and they're trying to find the hack, the tip, the strategy, the easy. And then now you've looked up and you've wasted a decade and don't got no results because you spent a decade looking for the soft life when if you would have just spent that decade doing the work, you would have a soft life because you could afford it. So I think like, I hate that our generation is kind of being tricked into not giving your craft the effort that it deserves. And so I'm always gonna stand on the hill of effort is not a sin. Work is not a dirty word. And through even the wrong work, you're going to discover some right strategies. And I applaud all of you who are putting up the reps. You are putting in the work. You are doing it. And I want to say to you, don't get discouraged, okay? Do not let discouragement creep in and rob you of a beautiful, beautiful future that is destined for you. And, you know, I just don't want you to get discouraged out here. And maybe sometimes you got to shut off the voices on your Instagram who are telling you it should be easier, who are telling you, you know, you should be further along, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm going to tell you, put in that work. It's going to take how much time it takes. Through that time, be consistent so that when you get to everything you've ever desired, you're prepared to steward and hold it. So it doesn't just last for 15 minutes of fame or 15 minutes of success, but it could be 15 decades of impact, okay? That's what we're going for here. So I love you guys. I'm always praying for you, and I hope that you are just blessed. And I hope that you got a lot of value out of this, that you sell out your next event. And let me know in the comments if you're doing an event coming up soon or you're hosting your own event and speaking there. I want you to do your best, and I'll see you soon.
Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. I need energy, need only good people that's around me. All the faith you can give, that's the recipe.